Hello all, welcome to the fourth episode of Guindy Times IPL Insights for IPL 2020. We bring to you interesting and exclusive match and performance analysis every week. I am Imthiaz and we have with us Vasanth for the show today.
Hi, Imthiaz. Looking forward to talk about last week matches of IPL and very excited about the fourth episode of IPL Insights.
So first looking at RCB versus Rajasthan Royals, which happened on October 3rd, Saturday, where RCB got their third win of IPL 2020 as they beat Rajasthan Royals by 8 wickets. So in the starting, RR started off slowly as Steve Smith, Josh Butler, and Sanju Samson. These players RR unfortunately lost these players in the power play. Later, Sanju Samson also got out in the fifth over as Chahal struck for the first time in the match. Later, we saw some really good play by Robin Uthappa and Mahipal Lombror, who added 39 runs, and also Rahul Chivachia and Jofra Archer really formed a good partnership and added 40 from just 20 deliveries, which helped RR push past 150. So the target needing 155 runs to win, RCB were quick and they were able to really show their power in the first 2 overs, scoring 20 of it. And the most important part was the Kohli Padikkal pair as they completed a half century stand in the 10th over. Later on, we saw that RR managed to break the Kohli Padikkal 99 run partnership as Archer disturbed the partnership to cause 63 to end Padikkal's 63 run innings. We also saw some really good play from Virat Kohli 72 and David Padikkal who hit 63. Jofra Archer was able to take a wicket. And on Rajasthan Royals side, we saw a good play from Mahipal Lombror 47 and Rahul Chivachia who was 24 not out. We also saw really good bowling from Chahal, who was able to take 3 wickets and conceding only 24 runs.
Yeah, talking about RCB, let's talk about the second match versus RCB and DC, where it was Marcus Stoinis and Kagiso Rabada's lead. It was leading Delhi Capitals out of Royal Challengers Bangalore. It was basically the star show of Marcus Stoinis and Kagiso Rabada that led DC to the victory. Just when the Royal Challengers Bangalore was started to think that they were getting the combinations and players all right this IPL, they were beaten comprehensively by the Delhi Capitals. That's what's the matter. And one of the most balanced sides to lead the points table with 4 wins out of 5 games. They are the top of the table right now. After posting a challenging 196 with the help of the openers, Marcus Stoinis he blazed with his 53 out of his 26 balls that made RCB struggle like they were doing in the last season. Royal Challengers Bangalore chase was very precise and the economical bowling of both RCB's Kagiso Rabada's great bowling did not let RCB to flourish, especially when Virat Kohli tried to stretching the stage even as the asking rate was surging after the ball after ball. And also the failure of David Padikkal and Aaron Finch and ABD Villiers inside the power play was a great blow to RCB. Pace sensation, I like to call him. Kagiso Rabada was very nice. In the 18th over, he was going for a hat trick, and his 24 for 4 was the standout performance for DC, who seemed to be a very balanced side in this who proved to be a very balanced side in this IPL. The Royal Challengers needed 100 from a 36 ball in the 14th over, which proved to be a very tough task. So DC proved again that they are a very balanced team and emerged as victorious.
So next, Vasanth, shall we have a look at the DC versus KKR match which happened, which was the second match on Saturday. So where DC returned to their winning ways via 18-run win over KKR. So the starting, they needed a really brisk start, and Shikhar Dhawan and Prithvi Shaw really did that. And Shaw then soon brought up his second 50 in the 11th over, and Shreyas Iyer too. He was very foundational as DC sailed past 100 runs. Then soon Nagarkoti then dismissed the former skipper in the 13th over, and Shaw scored 66 of 41 balls. Rishabh Pant then walked out to bat following Shaw's dismissal. So something interesting which happened in this match was that Iyer was able to bring up his fastest IPL 15 26 balls. And we also saw Andre Russell, who played really well and smashed 38 of 17 deliveries as DC surpassed the 220 run mark as they registered their highest total in the IPL 2020. KKR also needed a brisk start, but soon they lost Sunil Narayan in the second over due to Andrish Norshe, and we also saw Nitish Rana who hit 58 runs and Owen Morgan who hit 44 runs. This batting in the middle was really foundational for KKR. KKR really they actually needed a miracle to pull off a stunning win, and Owen Morgan and Rahul Tripathi kept their side. However,
Yeah,
Norshe played really well in the 19th over, and and uh, and KKR could not keep up. So uh, that's why DC got better of KKR in this match.
yeah, sure. Like I also wanted to mention about the Mumbai Indians and Rajasthan Royals match, which was clearly one-sided because Surya Kumar Yadav and Jasprit Bumrah like literally dismantled the Rajasthan Royals. Um, Mumbai Indians scored a very big total of 193 in the loss of 4 wickets, while Yadav scored his unbeaten 79 and Arul Sharma with his 35. Rajasthan Royals in reply did not fire as much as Mumbai Indians and they scored only 136.
Yes, yes, yes.
Like an animated 79 out of 47 balls was from Surya Kumar Yadav, his highest score in the IPL. Literally carried Mumbai Indians to the score of 193 for 4. And the Rajasthan Royals lost 3 wickets in the power play itself, including the most important Steven Smith and Sanju Samson. Josh Butler literally struggled for his 44 ball 70, threatening for a comeback, but Royals were not really in the game and they were dismissed for 136 in their 18.1 overs.
Next, coming to the MI versus SRH match on Sunday morning, where we saw the Mumbai Indians beat the Sunrisers by 34 runs. So, electing to bat, firstly we saw that Mumbai Indians lost their skipper in the first over itself as Rohit Sharma edged it to the wicketkeeper when during the Sandeep Sharma's bowling, and and but the change of ends, I think it did do a trick for Call as he got Surya Kumar Yadav out in the sixth over, and this made him complete his 50 IPL wicket milestone. Next, we saw that MI was able to bat quietly for a few overs, but soon Kishan and De Kock brought up the maiden 50 of IPL 2020. We saw also that Manish was really sensational as he grabbed an absolute stunner in the deep, which ended Kishan's innings. Then Krunal Pandya, who replaced his brother in the middle, went on to hit 6-4-4-6 on the last 4 deliveries of the innings, and MI was able to post 208 on the board, and they had considered five wickets. So needing 209 to win, Johnny Basto set the ball rolling for SRH, hitting Trent Bolt for a six and following up with two more fours. Manish took SRH to 55 for one, and we saw that the Warner Manish pair took on Rahul Chahar in the ninth over. They both hit a six each to complete a 50-run partnership in less than 30 balls. And this match also gave Krunal his second wicket of the match as Priyam Garg got out for 8 after Chahar held on to a fine catch. Bolt, bringing all his experience into the play, was able to concede just 4 runs in the 18th over. And Pollard was bowling the last over, and SRH needed 37 runs to win. And they conceded only 2 runs as MI beat SRH by 34 runs. And they added 2 more points to their table.
Kolkata Knight Riders and Chennai Super Kings match. Well, it was basically an CSK win there, but unfortunately, Rahul Tripathi's scoring innovations carried Kolkata Knight Riders to a 10-run victory. So Kolkata Knight Riders posted a total of 167, and Chennai Super Kings in reply posted a total of 157 with a loss of 5 wickets. They could have easily won the match at one point of time, but due to some technical errors from the middle order, and the middle order not firing at the correct places could not take them to the victory. I like to give credit to Dinesh Karthik's captaincy, where he introduced different bowlers at the correct time to take his team to the victory line. And I would also like to say that a lot of criticism against Jadhav have been avoided because he was solely not responsible for the not taking his team to the victory line. The middle order should have played a little more efficiently, and sufficient changes should be done in the CSK team so that they come up with a good team effort to win these consecutive matches. The dependency of certain players only to hit these boundaries is not enough, as team effort is needed, and ready measures should be taken so that CSK come out victory in these consecutive matches. It was basically an intense tackle between Kolkata Knight Riders and Chennai Super Kings, and considering CSK's caliber, 35 runs from 21 balls was an easy get. But KKR comeback was very good that Chennai Super Kings could not take the team to victory in spite of having 4 wickets in their hand. So talking about the Sunrisers Hyderabad and Kingston Punjab's match, so it was basically a one-sided match because Sunrisers Hyderabad posted a mammoth total of 201 for 6 thanks to Bastos 97 and Bonnet chipping there with his 52. So it was basically Sunrisers Hyderabad's easy victory because Kingston Punjab are not at the form in this IPL, because even though Puran played a very good role of 77 of his 36 balls. It was just another addition to the total because Punjab just scored 132 of their 16.4 overs. The next highest score in the team was just 11. So that was the level of bowling that Sunrisers Hyderabad was keeping up. So Sunrisers Hyderabad's bowling this season is extremely good. Thanks to some very new talents, especially Natarajan and who is coming from Tamil Nadu. And the other things that I want to say is, before taking the first wicket in the game, Kingston just had gone for 219 balls without one. In that game, they also casually gifted 408 runs to the opposition. So Kingston Punjab could have done a better job in chasing the total, and they need to look at their teams for some better options.
Yes, Vasanth, I totally agree with you. I totally agree with what you said. I believe they could have put in a much better team effort. Coming to the second match on Sunday on October 4, we saw Kings 11 Punjab and Chennai Super Kings. This match was really a treat for Chennai Super Kings fans, as Chennai Super Kings broke the 3-match losing reward and returned to winning ways as they beat Kings 11 Punjab by 10 wickets. So Kings 11 Punjab made 3 changes to their playing 11, which I noted, where they brought in Harpreet Brar, Mandeep Singh, and Chris Jordan. So they elected to bat first. And Mayank Agarwal and KL Rahul really continued their good run of form. They took Kings 11 Punjab close to 50 at the end of the power play. And I also noticed that Piyush Chawla's introduction into the attack really gave CSK their first breakthrough after he dismissed Mayank for 26. Then we saw Shardul, who struck on successive deliveries in the 18th over to dismiss KL Rahul and Puran. We also saw Sarfraz Khan and Glenn Maxwell, who were able to add 26 runs from 16 balls. This was very helpful for Kingston Punjab to reach 178 for 4. So needing 179 runs to win, CSK opened with Shane Watson, who came out really blazing, and he hit Sheldon Cottrell for 2 fours in the first over itself. So he and Faf du Plessis really kept the scorecard ticking, until Faf du Plessis really targeted Chris Jordan in the final over of the power play. The pair completed a 150-run stand for the opening wicket in the 16th over, and in the 18th over, Faf and Watson brought up CSK's highest opening partnership by surpassing the previous Michael Hussey and Murli Vijay's 159 run stand. So in the 18th over, it was really nice to see Faf hit a one-handed six, and then with a four
Yeah,
as
sure.
CSK sealed a 10-wicket win and broke their losing streak.
Yeah, I agree with you. It was a treat for CSK fans because being able to see the opponents play so good after the three losses straight was a very good sight to see.
And also coming to yesterday's match between DC and Rajasthan Royals, where DC beat RR by 46 runs. So as it turns out, we can actually defend a score of less than 200 in Sharjah in IPL 2020. But this also showed that we can also win by 46 runs, as DC did against RR yesterday. So something which we can take home from this is that the batsman should try to treat T20 match for what it is. It's a chance to actually go and hit out on the pitch, because we actually have 10 wickets across total of 20 overs. What's your take on this, Vasanth?
Yeah, I really agree with you, Imthiaz. Like, it turns out that you can actually defend a score of less than 200 in Sharjah in IPL 2020. Not just defend it, but win comprehensively for 46 runs. Like, as the Delhi Capitals proved to be again and again and again, they are a very strong side. Like, putting up a total of 184 for 8, where Delhi Capitals, Imthiaz scored 45 and Stoner scored 39, which helped them. Like Archer doing his best again, like in his 4 hours, he only considered 24 runs, which is 3 wickets. That let Delhi Capitals beat Rajasthan Royals with a score of 138. Rajasthan Royals were 138 all out. Let me rewind you. While the high scores were Tvetia with 38 and Jaiswal with 34. Rabara's 35 for 3 again proved to be that he's a very good bowler for Delhi Capitals. And Ashwin and Stoner chipping in with 2 wickets each. I also want to mention that the pitch proved that you can also actually defend a score less than 200 in Sharjah, which proved to be a very good point, as I already mentioned. The Royals did a lot of things right at the start of the match, but by winning the toss and opting to chase and all. But Jofra Archer's 24 for 3 was a very highlight of that. But the collective effort and the might of Capitals bowling against a battle lineup that depends heavily on the top order, because I strongly believe that Rajasthan Royals lineup strongly believes on the top order to do heavy lifting, like of the hitting the runs and chasing them. So
Yes.
the Capitals kept pushing hard even when batting. Like Marcus Stonings and Shimron had fire marshal the sheriff punch to their total so that they can get to this huge.
Yes, what you said was
Yeah,
exactly
your
right.
thoughts.
So also what I also noticed was that after the top three, not a single batsman got into double figures, save Tivachiya, who was the lone batsman in the Royals to successfully bat with sustained aggression. So
Yeah, I
this
agree with you. Like, he's proved to become a very good bowler and as well as a batsman. He's proving to his haters that he can prove to be good.
so all these factors led to the ending of a day which was domination for Delhi Capitals. This brings us to the end of the fourth episode of the Guindy Times IPL Insights. We hope we had a fruitful discussion on the matches over the last week. And Vasant, you were also able to give some thought into the mindset of the teams and how they performed.
Thankful for you to giving your thoughts on IPL insights in the fourth episode, and hope to see you in the sixth episode again.
This is Imthiaz Hussain and Vasant Natarajan signing off from Guindy Times IPL Insights. Thank you.
Thank you.